Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast. And should I say, ho, 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 because it is November 2nd upon recording, which means we're not 1 day, but 2 days into the first episode brought to you by BetMGM, and it is Christmas time. Folks, we appreciate Halloween around here. Some would say we appreciate Thanksgiving. But everyone who knows us knows that we are Christmas boys. And I am here, your host, Dan Powers, the man with a 55 Christmas movie list. And with me is a man who doesn't appreciate Christmas not nearly as much as I do. He'd like to pretend he does, but he has no such list. Chris Powers, the Grinch himself.
As always, The Grinch is the greatest Christmas movie, but he is not me, sir.
Do you think The Grinch is the greatest Christmas movie?
Yeah, that's my favorite Christmas movie.
Hey, can I ask you a question? I know that you're not on social media. I know that you are not on the interwebs. But some would say, some accused me of doxing you. But I did no such thing. You took a photo and you promoted our unbelievable new hat, our new Netters hat, the new Netters Bear lid. And you had a nice mean mug going on. You were holding the brim. And a lot of people DM'd, and they said that you bore a resemblance to a famous Disney Pixar character named Hopper. And I posted that photo. Did you see that photo? Did you get on the interwebs enough to see that photo?
No, I sure didn't.
Can I show it to you?
Now?
It's gone. Can I show it to you on this camera right now?
You can try.
So for those who are listening, CP and I'm remote. I'm in New York because baby girl Alice ran the marathon. She absolutely crushed it.
Way to go, Alice. We should have started with that.
Yeah, that's true. We should have started the episode with giving props to Alice. 3 hours, 32 minutes. Absolutely smashed the marathon. 3 hours, 31 minutes. But CP, let me show you this photo. It is...
Find it. I can't see anything.
I think... Hold on. Yeah, I got it. I got it right here. You know what someone said to me? They go... Don't blame CP for having truly striking cheekbones.
Is that Pixar, dude? I thought that was
That's Bug's Life, bro.
Oh, that is Bug's Life. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Did you think that was ants?
Yeah, I thought that, and that's my shit, dude. Ants is my shit.
That's your shit. Yeah, you're an ants boy.
Isn't that spacey?
What do you mean spacey?
Hopper.
Oh, Kevin. Shit.
I think that might be spacey, dude.
Do we have to cancel Hopper?
Dude, we just need to look deeper. We need to do a deeper dive on him.
No, separate the art from the artist, dude.
Artist.
Hopper is his own man.
Just because I got cheekbones doesn't mean I'm spacey. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you ain't spacey, bro. No one.
Spacey, dude.
And I will say, I posted that photo, and not a single person gave me the classic way too into it. Don't compare Chris to Kevin Spacey. I think they appreciated that. They were like, that's a character, brother. That's Hopper.
Good.
Good. Dude, that is Space.
I thought it might be Spacey.
Hey, Chris, upon further review, that is unfortunately Spacey.
Thought that might be Spacey.
But it's Hopper, dude. It's Hopper. Do you think Hopper's a bad guy, or is Hopper just trying to, he's doing his job, dude. He's a soldier.
Doing his job, dude. He got caught up in the game. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Man, grasshoppers eat more food than bugs, than ants.
Yeah, right.
Are they ants in Bug's Life? They're definitely ants.
Yeah.
This is one of the... This is quickly... CP, do your job, be a hero, and guide us into some hockey talk, because right now we're doing that classic thing where people go, did we just spend 20 minutes talking about A Bug's Life?
Edge is fuming.
Edge is so mad, dude. Oh, my God.
Okay, so we've been trying a new thing where we go live on Monday mornings to give you the hot ice portion of our Tuesday podcast, to give you some action on Monday. As Dan said, he's in New York for the marathon. He's flying to Mexico in the morning, so we can't go live because he'll be on a plane crossing the border, passport in hand. So we're recording Hot Ice now, late Sunday night, to drop this for you. You are listening to this Hot Ice in the morning. You'll get the full pod on Tuesday, just like always, with Beer League Hotline and Blind Ranking and a pucked update. But here we go, Hot Ice portion. This will all be in the pod. First order of business, Dan. Martin Necas gets his bag from the Colorado Avalanche, signs an 8-year ticket, and the last year you can do it, $92 million, 11.5 AAV.
Buddy, I love it so much. I've got a lot to say about this, Chris. Number one being, obviously, let's address the 800-pound gorilla in the room. That's the phrase, right?
I think so.
No, it's the elephant in the room.
Elephant.
What is the 800? That
I think he's like on your chest. I think he's stomping on you.
For my TV sitcom fans, that was a New Girl reference. What is the 800-pound gorilla?
I think he's like sitting on you.
Look at. Oh, is that it? But why is he sitting on you? Is it like guilt? You're feeling?
Let's find out.
You look that up while I talk about this. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Everyone, when this came out, immediately referenced the Mikko Rantanen extension because, of course, Mikko Rantanen was a Colorado Avalanche. He was Nate's guy. He was his boy. They won a cup together. He was a top 10 player in the league, probably still is a top 10 player in the league, and they wanted to keep him around. He turned down a contract, then he went to Carolina, and then he signed for less than was reported in Colorado that was offered to him in Dallas, 8 years, $12 million. And now we have Marty Necas signing for 8 years, 11.5, just 0.5 less than Mikko, and some disgruntled fans are saying, really? Really? We traded Mikko, that whole rigmarole happened, and then we end up with Necas for just $500K a year less. Now, to that I say, I understand, but as we always say, timing is everything. The cap is going up. A lot of things are different. A lot of circumstances are different. But at the end of the day, if you want to be real, Mikko Rantanen left Colorado, right? And we heard a lot of stuff. Mikko left, and he was like, dude, I didn't want to leave. Next thing you know, I was traded. Now, I'm not saying that that's not true, but I am saying that there's a lot of pieces in these things. We don't know what the ins and outs were with that deal. We've heard things. Fans have heard things. Ultimately, Mikko went to Carolina. He didn't see a fit in Carolina. He wanted to move, so Carolina, Tulsky made some magic happen, moved him to Dallas. Things worked out great for Carolina. They worked out great for Dallas because they signed him to an 8-year good extension, $12 million. And now Colorado gets a winger for Nate for the next 8 years at a great cap hit. And if you want to be a stats whore, which we don't like to be, and you want to look at him, you could be. I've been a stats whore in my life. I'll be one again. Martin Necas is having a great year. He's having a better year than Mikko Rantanen so far. And you know what I really love, Chris? First game after the extension, what does Martin Necas do? He buries a goal. And I said on Twitter, I think it's so groovy. When a player signs a great extension and buries immediately, to me, it's a nice tip of the cap to the fans, to the organization, and to his teammates. It's like, hey, thanks for your money. Here you go.
And if you bet on anytime goal scorer, you get paid too. And now everybody's making money. I get money, you get money, everyone wins. That's what we like. True. We love a win-win. I just revisited that movie, by the way, Dan. It's tremendous. Tremendous movie. Do you remember that movie?
Thanks for your money. Which one's that?
Win-win.
Oh, win-win. Oh, my God. Paul Giamatti classic.
Yep.
Yeah. Wrestling movie.
Yeah.
Not
Necas.
WWE wrestling, true wrestling, Olympic wrestling. What's high school like?
Last year, post-trade last year, 28 points in 30 games.
Yep.
Moose, post-trade, 18 points in 20 games. Oop. Like you said, Necas, 9-8 for 17 in 13 this year. Moose, 5-9 for 14 in 12 this year. So Necas slight edge, but really close. The thing for me, and I don't know if you saw the clip, Dan Lyles was on Chicklets, our boy Johnny Lyles. He was on Chicklets, and he said...
Can we just pause right there and say, John Michael Lyles is one of the best voices in hockey.
He's the man, dude.
He's. I know Colorado fans are familiar with him, but every time he pops on Chicklets, every time he pops on Netters, he'll be back on Netters. He's born for this. He's so funny. He's got great insight. He's the best.
Got the wine cave. He said everybody loves to point at that hat trick in Game 7 by Mikko.
Yeah, they do.
But actually, and a hat trick's a hat trick, dude. Don't get me wrong. But actually, the first goal was a snipe. and was disgusting, and a goal that really him and only a few people can score. The second goal was like a power play with a busted play wraparound, and the third was an empty netter. So it's not exactly the narrative that like Mikko Rantanen fucking shoved you in a locker in the game and just dominated. You know, he scored 3. You can never take that from him, but just keep that in mind. But even accepting that fact, the big difference when you're doing this comparison is Marty Necas playoffs last year, 5 points in 7 playoff games. Avalanche lose. Mikko Rantanen, 22 points in 18 playoff games to lead the Dallas Stars to the Western Conference Finals. All the Carolina fans said when that trade happened, yeah, Necas is fast. He's going to thrive with Nate. Disappears in the playoffs. That's all everybody said to us. He's had one shot. He didn't do nothing. He had 5 points in 7 games. It's actually quite nice. But this trade, Mikko Rantanen has never, not once, vanished in the playoffs. That's his bag. And Marty Necas will need to do that to help me sleep at night if I'm an Avs fan. If I go, I gave up Mikko fucking Rantanen, because who tweeted like, and this might be harsh, but someone tweeted, Mikko Rantanen is 5 times better than Marty Necas for $500,000 less or more dollars. And that's excessive, but I see the point. Because, dude, if you are an Avs fan and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. If Marty Necas doesn't show up in playoffs the way Mikko Rantanen always has, then I'm like, bro, this was the money was not a problem at all. How did you let this happen?
That's so fair. I have to give Marty Necas a full season with Nate, with Landy too. Don't forget Landy back for a full year. I have to give him a full season. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, if they get into playoffs and they struggle and Marty struggles, then we have a problem. Then we have a significant problem.
Now, what if they lose to Dallas again, Dan? What if it's first round and Mikko Rantanen plays great and they lose to Dallas?
I've been tough in the past on teams. I'll always be tough. You know, my model is we were actually talking about this with, I don't want a harp. Don't give me a harp, CP. Don't turn me into an angel with a harp plucking the chords, the strings. I don't want a harp on the city of Toronto and the Toronto Blue Jays right now.
What a tragedy. God.
But we were talking about baseball the other day and that absolutely tragic Game 7. And you and I we're hockey boys, and we were shitting on baseball players and the MLB in particular for celebrating every fucking win. You make playoffs, champagne shower in the locker room. Oh, you win the wild card, champagne shower in the locker room. Oh, you win a 5-game series in the DS, champagne shower in the locker room. You win the CS, champagne shower. Hey, pals, celebrate when you win the fucking big one.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the only thing you celebrate, because you know what is the difference, as you and I have said many times, between the person who loses in the Stanley Cup final and Game 7. Person who comes in last place? Better draft pick. A better draft pick. That's the difference. So I'm so sick of these best losers celebrating stuff. I've been harsh on teams in the past when they lose to a great team and you want to say, oh no, it's fine, you lost to the champion or you lost to this great team. But that's bullshit, right? Because if you are a great team, you have to beat great teams. And that's why we've given credit to the Edmonton Oilers for the past couple of years, right? They beat the Avalanche, they beat the Stars, they beat the Vegas Knights. Like, they beat these great teams, and that's why they deserve their flowers. And when we did our preseason rankings and we said the Avs might be a B tier, and Avs fans went nuts on us. But we were like, guys, you've lost. You've lost in the first or second round the last 2 straight years. I don't care who you lost to. If you want to be an S tier team, you can't be losing in the first or second round. That's just simply how it works. So
I'm with you, dude. Yeah. Here's my, or do you have more?
All I was going to say is, just answering your question and talking about Marty, is like, yeah, I'm going to give you this year. I'm going to give you a full year with Nate, with Kale, with Landy, with these amazing players. But if you show up and you guys make playoffs and you lay an egg, buddy, you've got a disease now. This is not oh yeah, he's not quite no, like you've been in the league for too long. And if you continue to get, and because I mean, he was born into the Hurricanes. He's never not been in playoffs, right? I don't think Martin Necas has missed playoffs his entire career.
That's probably right.
And he's never really excelled. He's never overperformed. And you're now playing with one of the best players to ever live. Two of the best players to ever live.
Yeah.
And if you don't perform after a full season and then some with these guys, now we have a problem.
What about this, though? Well, I'm with you on all that. Here's, I guess, just my question. This feels, now that this is sorted and it's done, right? Like everyone's got their extensions and they're on their teams and here we go. It's odd to me. I don't want to ignore that Necas is 26. Like he's younger.
Oh, he's so young
than Rantanen by, I think, 3 years. So that's a factor for sure.
Yeah.
But now that it's like the same terms and the same money, essentially, I still find it odd that it's just this. It's the same position. Like sometimes in fantasy football, you have excess running backs, they have excess wide receivers, and you're like, let's trade one. These guys are equally good, but I need it and you need it. For the most part, I feel like you go Necas and Rantanen are equally good. Like, I don't know, you can land on either side of that. I think most people land on the Rantanen side, but like, okay, they're equally good wingers.
Can we be real?
Why,
though? Is there
why
anyone?
The trade?
Is there anyone who's looking at them just from a sheer player perspective who thinks Moose isn't better than Necas?
Probably not, but I don't want to discredit Marty because he's very good and young.
Marty's gross.
But, so, you know what I mean? So, like, if it was forward for D, if it was a winger for a center, because you're like, we need help down the middle, I get it.
Yeah.
But the swap, when they're like, dude, they're just two good wingers, and you knew what you had with Rantanen, and Nate liked him, and he wanted to stay. Like, the only way this would make sense from the Avs POV for me is if Necas ends up being like, producing much more than Rantanen, and they go, see, we saw something. That's why we did this. But since I'm like, what are you hoping to get? Just a Rantanen level season? Then why did you do this when you're paying him the same amount of money? Like, why did you disrupt any of this? Like, why does Rantanen hate the Avs now? Why does he have the extra motivation? Like, it just seems so weird.
But that's the question, right? It's like the reports were that Rantanen was asking for 13.5, 14 last year, right?
Right.
So you
took less because there was no tax. Is that the pitch? Yeah.
So like, let's say you saved $2 million a year.
Then it's a different story.
Well, I think that's the story. I think no matter what happened, it sounds like no matter what Rantanen said, if we're gonna let's find a happy middle ground of the truth, you probably saved $2 million a year, and even with the cap going up, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, agree. Oh, dude, no. Once you're there, it's real. I guess I'm like, he wouldn't have taken 12 mil. He wouldn't have done 12.
I know.
And maybe he wouldn't have. Maybe he straight up wouldn't have, and they asked him many times. And I don't know that. I won't find that out. But if you could have got there, this feels weird to me if I'm Colorado.
So here's my one question for you before we leave this topic. I was asked this on Hockey Talk today. It was like, with Necas signing his extension, who's the winner, Colorado or Dallas? And they ignored Carolina. And I'm like, it might be Carolina, honestly.
I know, they did so well.
They did so well. We dogged them. We were like, this Tulski needs to answer to someone. And then he figured it out so well. It's unbelievable. But let's talk about just Colorado and Dallas for the time being. And I actually think this is one of those beautiful things where, set aside all the bullshit about what might have happened, what did happen, what didn't happen. Ultimately, Dallas got a phenomenal player that they've locked up for the long term. Colorado got a phenomenal player that they've locked up for the long term. Everyone's happy. I'm kind of like, you know what? This was a crazy situation, but everyone's happy. And for me, the big question I have, and this is the thing I'm going to pass to you as we close out of this topic, is it not so crazy that both these teams are way worse than they should be so far, 15 games through the season?
Yeah, dude, that's I think my point with my rant before. Why did you rock the boat? You had a completely fine thing where everyone was building the community inside, and it was and you were going well. And if you think you were going, we can't win with Rantanen. That's why we're losing. We need something different. Then okay, we can have that conversation. But I highly doubt that's what they were thinking.
So what's funny is Colorado's in first in the Central, 7-1-5 through 13 games. And it's hilarious to say that they're way worse than they should be, but ultimately it's like you have 5 OT losses. Like if
they're nearly 500. Yeah,
they're nearly 500. They're 7-6. Like, let's be real. You have one regular season or regulation loss, and I know there's going to be a lot of people who jumped on our throat on that, and that's true. You have one regulation loss, but you have technically lost 6 games and won 7 of them. And I know that Avs fans are like, that's not good enough. Dallas is 6-3-3. They are first and fourth in the Central, respectively. And it's like, I think those teams both think that they should be 1-2 in the Central by a heavy margin, even 15, 13 games through the season. So it is interesting. And to your point, I think the last thing I'll say before we switch topics is what you just said, rocking the boat. I don't like that topic because say what you will about Landy's injury, about Nishushkin's absences. Ultimately, Colorado won 1 cup, and then they fell way too short for the next 4 straight years, in my opinion, for how good that team is. So I reject the, why did you rock the boat? Because I'm like, it wasn't working. That's plain and simple, dude. It wasn't working.
Yep. I don't think Marty Necas was the answer. I don't think swapping Mikko Rantanen for Marty Necas was the answer. Okay, next order of business. Jacob Markstrom signs an extension. 2 years, $12 million total, 6 AAV, which is an absolute fucking steal in the big picture, I think. The plus side is last year, 26, 16, and 6 with a 2.50 goals against and a 9.00 save percentage, 4 shutouts in 49 games for the Devils last season. You take that all fucking day. I thought he gave them everything they wanted. This year, despite his great game with 40 plus saves against the Kings last night, he is 3-2 with an 8.75 save percentage and a 4.17 goals against. And that's after like a 40 save, 1 goal effort. So it was horrible before that. And he's been hurt and he's 35. So how do you feel about this number?
I'm going to be Lightning McQueen on this topic. To me, I think last year, the numbers are not exactly where they might have wanted. The 2.5 is good. I'd like a little bit less. The 900 is not that great. I would have liked at least like 916, 917. But I do think the Devils were marred by injury last year. I think they're hoping for better, and they've gotten better so far this year. And then, ironically, his start has been bad, numbers-wise, but I think it is the injury. Now, it's similar to Demko, and say what you want about Vancouver's struggles to start this year. I think Demko's been very good. So we were like, wow, surprise extension for Demko. Is he healthy? To me, I think he is healthy based on some of his performances this year. I see this extension for Markstrom. 35 years old, 2 years at an incredibly palatable number.
Oh my God.
When we know, and we've talked a lot about, the Devils are ripe with phenomenal contracts. I think it's the Devils going, we have a window, capitalize this window. I don't want any questions for the next 3 years. Markstrom's the guy. Go, 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 go. I love the contract. I think Markstrom is dealing with an injury that he's getting over, and the next 30 games are going to tell us a lot about him. I think they're going to be way better. I absolutely love it.
Dude, you know I'm high on the Devils, so I'll continue the stroke off session, but I think this is a fucking home run. This is a Miggy Rojas top 9 1 out dinger, because he could have, in my opinion, been like, fuck you, dude. I'm Jacob Markstrom and I want, like, well, what's everyone else getting? Like, they're also in that 8.59 range, right? Like,
100%.
Yep. He easily could have been like, give me 8 for 2 more years. Like, and I'm going to give you elite goaltending. So I think this was an Ekblad surprise for me, where I was like, oh, wow, nice. That's a great discount. Because, dude, let me run through this lightning quick with you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go through teams in the league. Tell me if Markstrom would be their starting goalie. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Canadiens. Yes.
Yes.
Red Wings. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ignore we just traded for Gibson.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Lightning. No.
No. Well,
Penguins.
am I answering this or you fucker?
Well, we both are.
Okay.
I'll let you go first, though. Penguins.
Yes.
You agree. Hurricanes.
Yes.
Agree. Blue Jackets.
Yes.
Yes. Rangers.
No.
No. Senators.
No. Are you fucking crazy? No.
Probably not. Bruins.
No.
No. Islanders.
No.
No. Capitals.
No.
No. Panthers.
No.
No. Maple Leafs.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. 100%, dude.
Healthy Stolars? No, absolutely not.
No, dude. You're fucking. You've lost it. You've lost it. You got marathon brain. He's got noodle brain. Everybody. He's got fucking noodle brain. He doesn't know what's going on.
I love Stolars.
Sabres.
Yes.
Yes. Flyers.
No. Yes.
Yes. Avalanche.
No. Yes.
Yes. Jets. No.
No.
Mammoth.
Yes.
I think so too. Ducks.
No.
Yes.
Are you fucking nuts, dude?
Knights.
You are an idiot. Right now, 100% yes. I love Hill, but right now, yes.
Oilers.
Yes.
Yes. Stars.
No.
No. Kraken.
No.
Surprise? No. Yeah, I would have said yes last year, but
absolutely
now,
not.
Christ.
Absolutely not.
Kings.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think yes. I mean, he's been fucking horrible, but Blackhawks.
Literally a Vezina finalist last year.
Year. Blackhawks, yes. Predators.
Are you sure? Spencer Knight? No way.
They played Markstrom.
No. Dude, no way. Spencer Knight right now?
Yeah.
No.
They play Markstrom.
You are high as a kite, sir. You are on some Pineapple Express shit. No way. Spencer Knight is starting over him.
No.
Dude, yes.
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
go on.
Literally everyone in the league is starting over him right now because he has 5 goals against. But assuming he goes back to form, then that's what we're discussing.
You're nuts. Okay, go on.
Predators?
No.
No. Canucks?
No.
Yeah, no. Wild?
Wow. Also a Swedish battle.
I know.
Going into the season, I would probably have picked Bus.
But now?
And now they're both struggling, but I don't know if that's Bus's fault. I'm going to say no. I would go Gustafsson.
I actually think maybe you're right there. Sharks?
Yes.
Yes. Blues?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Flames? Probably no, because Wolf is so nasty. But
yeah. You got to say no, but it's a tough start, but no.
So point being, I forgot to tally it, but he is your starting goalie on
over half.
Over 2/3 of the two-thirds of the teams.
I don't even know if it's over.
Not over, but I bet it's about 2/3.
Yeah.
Having that for $6 million is
wonderful. The bigger point.
You're
in the National Hockey League, when you are a playoff team and your starting goalie is only making $6 million, that is the biggest fucking win of all time. So this extension is fucking phenomenal. Well done, Devils.
Yeah, huge. I'm pumped for them, dude.
Me too. Absolutely amazing. We're staying in the Met, talking about the Devils. We're moving on to Philly.
You inspired me, Dan.
I've been watching a lot of Task.
Yeah.
So I've got the good Philly accent going on right now. The fucking Flyers. The Flyers are unbelievable, dude. They're buzzing. What do you think about the boys from Philly right now?
I just finished that show right before we stepped on to this recording, Dan. So we will discuss offline.
Can't wait. I bet that show fucked you up emotional. You bitch.
No, dude. No. You inspired me with, I think Hawks Talk maybe, or maybe Mammoth Talk.
It was definitely Hawks Talk. It was definitely Hawks Talk.
I just want to have some fun with some other fan bases that deserve a little love.
Yeah.
So we got 2 coming up here. Flyers first one. Let me rip you some top line shit, okay? Trevor Zegras, our boy.
Oh my God, man.
Mr. Let It Rain. Mr.
Let It Burn.
Sun.
Let it burn all night. We need to start incorporating that thing you do quote in every episode.
Agree. Dude,
let it burn.
Mr. Let It Burn. Trevor Zegras, no goals for the first 7 games. And I was like, here we go, dude. Like, it's all over. Everything I believed in is dead. Then, wouldn't you know, 4 goals in his last 4, 13 points in 12 games so far, leading the team.
Leads the team.
He had a career-high 65. He had that 61, then 65 or whatever it was 3 years ago, and then 2 tough seasons. On pace for 83 points right now or something like that. Konechny, 7 points in 11. He's coming off the 76 last year. Yep. Bobby Brink, who we love, 7 points in 11.
I think Trav's got 8 now. After
probably got 8 now.
Yeah, he's got 8 now.
Brink 7 in 12. Actually, I probably didn't add the game that just happened.
No, he's got 7. He's got 7.
Yeah, 7 and 12, coming off his 46, and we're really excited about him. Dr. Locke's really excited about him. Michkov, who scored for Philly today?
Michkov's got 6. Michkov has 6 points,
1 goal, 5 assists.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about the sophomore slump. Every time we were keeping our eyes on past rookie years, that's usually where we're aiming at.
Did we do this? I want to take some responsibility here. I swear to God, the sophomore slump was not as significant as it is in the NHL until you put it on Matty Beniers. And now, since the inception of the Empty Netters podcast, boys who mean a lot to this show suffer significant sophomore slumps.
Yes, except for the boys in San Jose.
Yeah, true.
And also,
hey, fucking rebuke that.
Revoked.
Disavowed. Erroneous.
Also, you're right, but it was like the sophomore slump existed the whole time, but no one knew, and then I shined a light on it.
Yeah.
And then everybody...
You stupid rat.
That's my point, though. It was already happening. There was something to shine a light on. If there was nothing there, I would have shined my light on nothing. But I shined
your light on something nice. Shine your light
everywhere.
Hey, shine your light on good things. Why did you shine it on a bad thing?
Because it's already happening.
Talking about it.
So
God,
I would like to see him pick it up. But I fear the slump a little bit. The biggest change is last year, the Flyers goalie room was a fucking tragedy, a travesty, a preposterous sewer of sieves.
Chris, it was a head-on collision. It was a head-on collision between 2 moms driving minivans full of kids.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
It was absolutely horrific.
And then in comes Darth Vladar, dude. He's going to come out like that, right? 4 and 3 so far, 9.24 save percentage, 2.11 goals against.
Come on.
Both easily career highs for him, or whatever you want to call it, career bests for him. I talked in the preseason, dude, about year 1 Tocchet. Say what you want about Tocchet as a coach.
You talked last episode about Vladar, and you were talking about how he could be a big factor, and here he is. Look at you.
I always like a year 1 Tocchet. Sometimes, eventually he doesn't pull it all the way together. Some people love him, some people hate him, but I love a year 1 Tocchet. I just think
year 1 talk
is
year 1 talk is a lock. Do you think that there's a market for Talk being a streamer?
What, like he jumps team to team every year,
literally every season.
Yeah, I don't know that other team. Actually, there's an opening every year, bro. Like I think he could. Yeah, I think he could make a good living this way.
If I were Talk, I would sign month-to-month contracts.
Yeah, why not?
Like, if I were Talk right now, I'd be like, yo, Kings, sup? Hey, Stars, things going a little rough? Sup?
I'll whip the boys into shape, and then you get your
bounce.
guy.
What do they call those?
Good luck, Chuck. He's like, good luck, Talk.
Yeah. What do they call those in the business world? It's like they're not motivational speakers, but they're like that. They come through. Yeah, it's like kind of a consultant. We'll call it a consultant. Yeah. But it's like people come through and they gas up your team, and it's fucking Baldwin in Glengarry Glen Ross, dude. Mm. How about Glengarry Glen Talk?
Glengarry Glen Talk. Yeah, that's really good.
Bring in Talk,
dude.
And he goes like this. The leads are shit. You are shit. Hit the bricks, pal, because you are out.
Dude,
Talk will come in and motherfuck your room to high heaven and get you performing at an elite level. And then next thing you know, you're in playoffs, and then talk's gone. But before you even know it,
he's already advising someone else. Yeah,
it's Fugazi. It's a Wazi. It's a Woozy. It's fairy dust. He's gone.
Dude, when Baldwin
he's on to
goes,
the next team.
First prize is $1 million. Second place gets a set of steak knives. Third place is you're fired.
You're fired, dude. Third place is you're fired. Talk comes into these teams and he goes like this. First in the division is what we expect. Second in the division is a pat on the back. Wild card is you're fired.
You're out.
You're out, dude.
Bro, the Flyers.
The leads are weak.
Yeah.
Dude,
the Flyers finished.
The power play's weak. You're weak. Like this is a no-brainer. What is Talk doing being a head coach? Talk is now a consultant.
He's a consultant, and I think you are right. He should be an NHL consultant and just keep doing this because the Flyers were 33, 39, and 10 last year and dead last in the East. This year they're 6-4-1 so far, or actually they lost today 6-5-1 now. They're right in the mixer. You know, it's also tight. It's like 1 point away. Everything's jumbling all about. But I want to hear you say out loud how high the Flyers can finish in the Met, and I want to hear you say out loud how many points Trevor Zegras could have this year.
I think the Flyers at best this year, because here's the deal, dude. I'm looking at it. 13 points in 12 games +2. Absolutely love to see it. But the problem is no one else is going. Like Sean Couturier, 9 and 11. That's Couturier.
And hurt.
Yeah. Konechny, 8 and 12. That's Konechny. The guys that you need to go, Tyson Forrester, he's got 4 and 3 and 11. That's great. Bobby Brink, 3 and 4. That's great. Owen Tippett, 5 goals. We know that Owen Tippett is a 40, 50 goal guy. That's great. I love those 5 goals, but he's got 1 assist.
He's a 50 goal guy?
Did I say 50? I thought I said
40, 50.
Yeah, 40, 50, 45.
50 goals?
40, 50 means 45.
Jesus
just sounds
Christ,
better.
Dude. I think congratulations, Tip. I didn't know. That's awesome. I'm pumped for you, dude.
I think Owen Tippett's got an elite scoring touch. I really do.
50 fucking goals, dude.
Mitchkov. Everyone, give me a break, dude. Cam York. Like, there's a lot of guys on this team that people expect big things from, and I don't think anything is big right now. I think this team is fighting for a wild card at best, and I don't think they're going to get it.
But that's no one expected that. Like, I think if this team is fighting for a wild card, you're like, wow, good job.
100% agree.
Okay, give me Zegras.
73.5.
Oh, that's the over under. I was like, wow,
yeah.
Dude, he's getting a half point. God, that'd be tremendous. That would be literally like career saving. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but legitimately, I'd be like,
looks comfy, man. He looks comfy. I also think it's like, I want people to be very aware. I think a lot of people go crazy about his power play points. He's got 6 of those, but he's got 7 even strength. Like he's doing it.
People say that about Kreider. They're like, oh yeah, he's all he does is score on the power play. And I'm like, wouldn't that be nice to have if someone fucking scored on every power play you got?
Look at Colorado, look at Dallas. Every one of those fans goes, fix our power play. And I'm like, isn't it nice when you have players who score points in the fucking power play? I don't give a shit where your points come from. Get points.
What a dream.
Imagine if someone went like this. Yeah, he had 100 points, 99 were on the power play. What a bum. I'm like, yeah.
It's actually gas.
I would love that.
Give me a fucking clean, I'm calling it right here, Dan, November 2nd. Day 2 of Christmas season.
You just relax. Back up from your mic. You just got so loud. You're out of your mind.
The first gift I will be giving this Christmas season is this call for the world. Trevor Zegras finishes this year with 82 points exactly. Actually, I'm taking it back already. He finishes with exactly as many points as games he plays because I want to leave room for he misses a game or two.
Pussy. You're an absolute bitch, dude.
He will finish exactly point per game.
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is your fucking retroactive bitch-ass Jack Eichel bet that forced me to eat 3,000 pounds of shrimp.
Because I was on the right side of that.
Stick to your guns for once in your life, you coward. Say 82 or don't talk again.
82 points.
Thank you.
For Trevor Zegras. And I want to say this. I was talking to some people this weekend, and I brought up the seasonal depression thing, and somebody said, Zeke has a point. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? That's insane. And they go, listen, when you wake up and it's so nice and perfect every day, if you ever try to just like have a lazy day, like watch movies, you feel like a fucking bag of shit because it's so nice out and everyone's always doing something.
Correct.
You never ever just get a day to be like, oh, sick, it's raining. Yeah. I'm just going to like clean up the house or like you never get to shut off. You have to be on every day because every day it's perfect. And people are like, get outside. And I was like, dude, I still think this is the wrong take, but that was a really well described way to justify that.
It's a good rationalization, but I'm saying we've been telling fans for a long time, and this is the truth. I apologize for the delay. Z is coming on the show. I can't wait for him to come on the show. And when he comes on the show, because we love him so much, I am roasting him and by roasting him, I mean I'm putting him on the hot seat. We're going to have a full segment that's called What is Depression? And I'm going to ask Trevor about various kinds of depression and go, what would you call depression? Because calling sunshine and like beautiful days every day seasonal depression, I just didn't like the way he phrased it.
Yep, same.
And we're gonna give him an opportunity to fix the phrasing. It's your phrase. I don't like your phrase, dude. I don't like your phrase.
Okay, and now we'll actually stay in the Met. Another team we want to show some love for, or at least discuss a little bit, because it's a little love-hate, is the Washington Capitals. Little Caps talk. Top line, Tom Wilson, best player on the team, best player alive. 6-7 for 13 points in 12 games. Then you've got Strome, 3-8 for 11 and 10. Protas, 5-5 for 10 and 12. Ovi maybe doesn't like a chase as much as we thought he did. We were all saying, I can't wait to see when he gets his third goal. We all bet on it, me, you, and Red. He has 2-5 for 7 in 12 games. He's stuck on 899.
Yeah.
PLD started the season, missed 2 weeks, came back, hurt again. No points in the 6 games he's played after a career high 66 last year.
Yeah.
So you don't PLD concerns for me. Not a concern at all. LT. He's the best goalie alive. He's the best goalie in the world. He's the best goalie in the league. 5-3 with a 9.35 save percentage and a 1.51 goals against, both leading the league.
Dude, it's so funny when a goalie has a start like LT and the team's record is what it is, and he's looking around going, fellas.
Dude, Shesty's like high-fiving him across.
Can you believe Igor Shesterkin, how he must feel in that locker room? It's unbelievable.
So, and dude, I've been trying to save this because there's so many like projections on Olympic rosters, but I always find that stuff stupid to talk about till it's the roster,
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Why are you throwing fit over like someone's ratings? Yeah. But I had said to you when Four Nations happened that I was like, the one unappreciated perk of Four Nations is you kind of have a seat now. Like it's hard to pull you off the team because you were on this team. It'll happen. They won't be identical rosters, but
it feels like such a statement to not select someone unless it's age, right? If you picked a guy who's over 35 and you don't pick them for Olympics this season, you can chalk it up to that. But if it's anything under that, you're making a statement.
Agree. And to think that a team Canada that won the whole thing, Dan, and not largely, but certainly a good piece of it, won it on the back of the incredible play by Jordan Binnington. It is kind of insane to me to think that they could have that win and he play the way he did, yet if they were to go into Milan and not say it's LT, when the Blues literally have the second to worst record in the league and LT doesn't let pucks go in the net, would be insane to me.
At this point, Chris, the Blues record is so helpful to Binnington.
Well, what do you mean?
It's helpful to Binnington in that if and when he is not selected either on the team or as the starter, there's like he and the whoever makes those decisions gets to go, I mean, what do you want from us? Like there's nothing to say. But there are we don't even need to get into it. Logan Thompson is on this team, and if not, you're all a bunch of
Logan Thompson is your starter, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be fucking. I know they're like Binner's a big game player, but I'm like, bro,
no.
Logan Thompson's a 1.51 goals against average. This is ridiculous.
You're all a bunch of cowards. I don't care what you think you know. I don't care what you think you want to say. If Logan Thompson is not on this team, and frankly your starter, you are hurting your team's chances.
Yep. What I wanted to get into with the Caps is, one, I was predicting going into last year that the Caps team would be a 3 seed in the Met or one of the wild cards, and that you would see a bit of a slowdown from Ovi. And I was dead wrong. Like, they had the best record in the East and just off the President's Trophy, and Ovi looked fucking reborn. He was T2, chasing down records, breaking his leg, coming back in 5 seconds, all that shit. Bang. Cut to this year. I'm always off with everything I say is wrong by a year. But this year, they kind of look like both those things, where you're like, obviously Ovi is always a threat, but he doesn't look as dangerous as he has. The Caps, I don't know. We can update the standings right now in real time. Let's see where they are. The Caps are...
Chris, they're in 7th. But can I tell you something really awesome?
Yep.
Right now, on sheer wins, losses, OT losses. Okay?
Yep.
You want to hear a very cool stat?
Yes.
There is not a single team in the East that is sub 500.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, in the Atlantic. Again, if you're doing
I see what you're saying. If you don't count the OT losses.
If you're cheating with the OT losses.
Mm-hmm.
So the Maple Leaf, the Panthers, the Bruins are 7-7 in the Atlantic. The Sens are 6-5-2. That would technically be sub 500, but if we're doing it that way, you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
Leafs are 6-5-1. Sabres are 5-4-3. Cheat code. Lightning are 6-4-2. And then in the Met, the Flyers are 6-4-1. They would be anyway. Caps are 6-5-1. Islanders 6-5-1. Every team in the East has more wins than they have either singularly losses and OT losses. And again, it's early, but I think that's kind of cool.
That is cool. And I guess, so where do you shake out on that? Which Caps, do you feel like they just have a slow start and they are the Caps of last year? Or are you like, last year was a bit of an outlier and this is actually this Caps team? Because keep in mind, they're where they are with LT playing the way he is.
Yeah. I think the Caps are... There are a few things that I really love. I grabbed my mallet and I banged the drum last season. We don't need to make another clip of this, of how special I think Tom Wilson is. I think Tom Wilson is all-encompassing, one of the most valuable players in the NHL. The points that he gets, the physical game that he plays, the leadership role that he plays, the character that he has in the locker room, in the community. There are few people all-encompassing that I would put above Tom Wilson. I mean that. I stand by that. He has 13 points in 12 games, 6 goals, 7 assists. He's a +4. I mean, at what point do you keep... I don't care who you're a fan of. I don't care if you hate that he's dirty, he's a this, that, or the other. Denying him and his value means that you don't see the game. You're too emotional about your favorite team and your dislike for him that you don't see the game. That's just a fact. Sorry. He's amazing. Dylan Strome continues to be amazing. Alexei Protas was not a flash in the pan. Jacob Chychrun, I'll say as well. That was not a special year from Jacob Chychrun is who Jacob Chychrun is. I love the start to Ryan Leonard's year. He's not lighting the world on fire, but after a slow start, having 3-3, 6 points in 12 games, that's solid. So a lot of the guys that were good last year that we didn't expect, I think the only one who's not off to a hot start is McMichael. Mm-hmm. So I think that there's a lot of things that were exciting about the Caps last year that continue to be exciting this year. So given that, I think their slow start to me feels a little fluky.
Okay.
LT's on fire. Ovi is slow. I would expect, and I would buy stock in them picking it up a little bit. But again, last year, the big conversation that you and I had was, are they this good and they're going to continue that success to the playoffs, or are they going to get beat by a better team? And they got really beat by a better team last year. And I do think that will continue to be them. I think this is going to be a good regular season team. I think they're going to figure it out. I think they're going to be a playoff team. But I don't see enough from this group that's going to make them make a run. So I'm like, yeah, you'll figure it out. You'll get in playoffs, but you're not going to make any noise.
Dude, I love that take. I'd be really happy if they make it for a lot of our friends on that team, but count me as a worried guy. I'm a little concerned. I think they were riding the Ovi chase last year as a team. Like, I just think that was such a vibe, and it fired them up and gave them something to play for. And I don't know, maybe people slept on them more last year because they were like, the Caps aren't good. And then, like, by the time the Caps were good, everybody was like, holy fuck. And people are giving them more of a punch this year. And just there's a couple tricky ones, dude. Like Pittsburgh is like, if Pittsburgh keeps fucking around and winning games, like if the Blue Jackets are going to be competitive, it's just not as automatic that you're in anymore, right? Because like we both probably think Carolina and Jersey are like set. And then you're like, okay, well, that only leaves 1 to 2 spots. And you can't start slow for too long, right? So it'll be interesting. But the goalie is the great equalizer, bro. If LT keeps playing like this, I don't know how they could miss playoffs if he's gonna like win a Vezina.
Yeah, and the last thought for me is that there's nothing more interesting to me so far through 13 or so games of the season than the fact that everyone in the Met is pretty good. Like, yeah, I think I'm going to say the Devils, and Carolina is destroyed with injury. Those are my two teams, regardless of the fact that Carolina is technically 4th right now. But everyone in the Met is just like pretty good. It's the most confusing. Like, even the Rangers, who stink in a lot of ways. I want to be clear. I'm adding that in a lot of ways. The Rangers don't stink, but they stink in a lot of ways. They're 6-5-2. They're how in the world how did we ever win 8? Like, how do the Rangers have 6 wins based on how they're playing? And like they're top scorers on that team, and you're telling me they've managed to win 6 games is hilarious. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with this group? But it's like, quietly, Adam Fox, who I predicted to have a career year, has 11 points in 13 games. Has anyone noticed Adam Fox other than a Rangers fan?
Yeah.
The answer is no. But it's like, they're sneaky. Like, they sneaky have figured out 6 wins. And I think that's amazing. Like, that's credit to the Rangers in all of amidst their bullshit in the no BS year. They're figuring some shit out. They have 6 wins here, and it's shocking. So this division that we all wrote off, we were like, the Mets sucks, save for maybe 2 teams. Literally every team is pretty damn good.
Yep.
It's wild.
And it'll be interesting to see, especially Ovi for me, if they can really kind of like recapture last year. Because if Ovi's like, limping, I just think they count on him in so many ways, just being the and obviously he's still doing everything in the room. He's the fucking man. But just when Ovi's going, they're going, because it's like, that's their guy. Okay, sick, dude. That's our fake live for this Monday, because
the fake live, because we're not live, but we will be live every Monday after that. But beautiful stuff.